Yeah, I'm Nathan Goode. I've been in the firearms industry really since 2006. 1996 now. Yeah, it's been a long time now. Got into firearms in 1996 at age 21, and then became an instructor in 1997. Have been teaching ever since. So I am an instructor, but I also step outside of firearms as well in the consultancy world and doing more advanced training such as situational awareness and other tactics type courses or information or counter information type courses for corporations and businesses. Yeah, the Mingle is awesome. This is, Howard and I were speaking, this is now our third year in a row for the Mingle since 2020. The Mingle is an amazing event, and like people have said, this event has grown year in, year out, and it's neat also to see the same students that want to attend year in, year out. So it becomes a family, really. Just the same people learn from each other, and it grows, gets better, and new instruction methods come into play every year too, which is brilliant. So this year, my topic was on situational awareness and surveillance detection. I wanted to step into something outside of firearms. Many people here, like the professionals in this industry, we do carry firearms for self-defense and protection day in, but having the other option, having the mindset and other strategies that you can employ or think about really as what I do as a risk mitigation consultant nowadays. I want to mitigate a threat or a risk if I can see it ahead of time or have a plan or a strategy to detect something. So again, instead of having go to self-defense, deadly force. So that's where, again, situational awareness. And kind of my theme here has been, get off the cell phone. Don't text and drive. Don't walk and text, And it's a generational thing, I think, where just people are so self-absorbed into that dopamine hit on these cell phones that they just can't look up and about. So sometimes we just make ourselves the victim by not paying attention to what's out there. And, I don't want to be targeted, again, having to avoid to use more advanced methods or deadly force than if I can see a threat, I want to get away. So that's where we wanted to really take this situational awareness or surveillance detection training into play here this year. I met Brian first, again, with Howard, Brian, and some others in this industry that we were in April 2019. We were in Tom Given's Rangemaster Advanced Instructor course. And that's where the first time we got to meet Brian Hill. And it was just, I think, right out of the gate, it was mutual that just, who's this guy? And you probably thought, who's this guy? So we ended up, we just connected, we chatted, and then it was kind of an instant friendship. One of the most humble people in Brian, and then the synergy and the team of Brian and Shelley, how they are as humans, they are just amazing, amazing people, and it's just cool to be around them because they both bring such a different dynamic to each other. Like I said, I like logistics and organization as well, and then Brian's structure training and his training methodology in his mind, it just works brilliantly here with the Mingle. The firearms industry has really evolved, as I've seen, in over 25 plus years in this industry teaching. Some organizations out there, from an instruction standpoint, have somewhat lost their way. Also being what I do as a fraud investigator, again, mitigating, but having a love for training. I think the industry has really evolved and is evolving more and more. One of the things that we see in this industry now is what I call the proliferation of the red dot pistol. People are really coming out to the red dot, and there are some masters in this industry that really have mastered teaching and training on the red dot. I think that's something where we're going. Like for example, 10 years ago, I started seeing the initial appendix carry come out where people have really, adopted that. It's, just one of the ways I train and shoot and carry as well. Appendix, it's fast, it's accurate, and it's just a different method for different circumstances as well. But I think the red dot on pistols is really going to be where the industry is going to be, where it's going to go. And law enforcement is adopting red dot. I just think it's a cool progression of technology and of the people in the industry wanting to push their skill sets. But I tell you, there's great training out there, great instructors, find them, seek them out. And, from a due diligence consultancy, I tell people, again, don't just look for the cheapest instructor. Don't just look for the quickest class that you can take. How much, how long, those are the wrong questions. Let's ask our instructors, how long have you been teaching? How large is your class? Are you certified? What credentials do you have? What do you do in this industry? Who are you in this industry? That's really the brilliance of not only firearms training, but do the vetting and do your due diligence of who your instructors are. And like I said, you cannot go wrong with the Complete Combatant, the Mingle, and the team that is here. I mean, these guys are all great people in this industry. So let's do your part and get here. I would say definitely it's worth the time and effort. I'm a big believer in training. I continuously train myself, not only in firearms, but other skill sets as well, and never stop learning. So if you can get the chance to come to the Mingle, I definitely would recommend it. Make that effort. Show us why you want to be here and learn from some really great instructors and some good topics. So it's worth the effort, it's worth the trip, and make it happen.